Chris Brockman. We've done this show coming up on 5 years next month.
5 years and 4 before that.
That's right. For the podcast. I've been doing the NFL only thing since 2003. 16 drafts. It's a lot of drafts. I cannot recall a more vilified selection on the spot. A more vilified selection, not only on the spot, but the next day.
Immediately the next day.
I could not recall a more vilified pick the day of, the next day, the weeks after, the months after, to the point where it took me aback. It took me aback because how many times have we seen somebody selected in the draft and then inserted? And then suddenly fortunes change, franchises change, coaches' careers are made, Hall of Fame resumes are born. I'm sitting 2 seats away from somebody who personifies that every single Sunday morning on NFL Network. The New England Patriots, by the way. Elias gave me this stat for NFL Game Day morning. Prior to this weekend, where 3 teams, Jets, Giants, Steelers, all started 0-2 and then started a quarterback after starting 0-2 in Game 3, giving them their first career start, as the Jets did with Luke Falk, as the Giants did with Daniel Jones, as the Steelers did with Mason Rudolph. 21 times before this weekend. It's happened since 1960. 0-2 teams turning to a quarterback in their first career start. Only one of those teams ever finished the season with a winning record. The 2001 Patriots, who against Luke Falk yesterday gave that very same quarterback from week 3 in 2001 his 310th career start, including playoffs. So I understand what I'm about to say is rare, but I have not seen, talking about rarity, I have not seen with the Bradys of the world, the Kurt Warners of the world, we can go on and on. I have not seen a pick more vilified on the spot in a league where you never know is the mantra every year. And they're saying that again in San Francisco. They're saying it in Buffalo. They're saying it at 2-0-1 Detroit. You never know. And you can't sit here, well, no, you are what you are. It's another Bill Parcells phrase. And to borrow a Bill Parcells phrase, the most vilified pick I have ever seen in an NFL draft went out in his first career start and dropped his Huggies. He dropped him because Daniel Jones got it done. Daniel Jones got it done. And I know that the Bucs they played a role. Sorry, El Zero. Rich Eisen show researcher El Zero wearing the grin of remorse, the famed grin of remorse of teams like the Bucs. They had to play a role, from a missed field goal to a purposeful delay of game penalty that Bruce Arians chalked up because he thought his kicker further back was better, and then the kicker missed the kick. Of course, there were mistakes to Jameis after taking an 18-point lead, letting Evan Ingram run essentially untouched to start the second half. Comeback. Damn near the whole length of the field he ran. But this kid, Daniel Jones, baby, he showed up and he balled out. And what he did yesterday was record-breaking. Daniel Jones became the first quarterback ever to go out and not only come back the way he did, but to have a 300-yard passing game, 2 rushing touchdowns, and 2 passing touchdowns in the same football game. How about them apples? Largest Giants comeback win since 1970. First Giants player with 2 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns in a game period since Charlie Connolly in 1948. Because Saquon went out, he did it without Saquon. And we're talking about how the Giants didn't equip Eli Manning with his weaponry. Saquon went out with a high ankle sprain, by the way. Report is out several weeks, as these things happen with high ankle sprains. He did it without Saquon. And when it was 4th and 5, he did what Baker Mayfield didn't do last night on 4th and goal, game on the line, run it right up the gut when it was right there. He didn't bail out. He didn't run away. His pocket presence was tremendous. Way to go, Daniel Jones. Way to stick it right where the sun does not shine. In everybody's pie hole, out of it came just nothing but scorn. And of course, do you have what he had to say after the game yesterday, Mike Del Tufo? Of course, he took to the podium. Daniel Jones, Mike. Of course, he came out and he just puffed out his chest and told everybody who had doubted him, go screw you.
It's a stick.
Yeah,
It's been a different week, and just what's happened, and I think as a team we did a good job preparing and kind of focusing on what we needed to do to get ready to play this game, and you thought we had a good plan going in. We knew what to expect, and just great team win.
I think I just fell asleep.
He's Eli 2.0, people. Doesn't faze him. And you'll get pissed off when he throws an interception out of nowhere. And you're like, didn't you see that guy? He'll have that same facial expression. Anything that delighted you or upset you about the last 15 years at the quarterback position, get ready, because it's now in the form of Daniel Jones. But Eli can't run like he can run. And Eli has never come back from 18 down. And Daniel Jones did it in his first game. Holy cow. Amazing.
Yeah, Eli was 0-44 when trailing by 18.
And tonight, we're all expecting the Bears to go ahead and crush it in Monday Night Football.
I think so.
And so here come the Redskins at 0-3. Giants could be 2-2. And then, we'll see what happens. The Vikings come into town. And then when the Giants are maybe 2-3 after all that, just to game it all out, after that at New England on a short week, and man, will that just be lit. Just lit. And kudos to Eli, giving him fist bumps, talking to him, and celebrating like it was his own win. Congratulations, Giants. Week 3 was an unmitigated success, with the exception of Saquon going out, but we'll see what Daniel Jones does. New man in town, says the New York Post, MANN, just taking the shovel of dirt and throwing it on top of number 10, 6 feet under right now, which is all the New York.
It's amazing.
Rolled into one. A little respect here. Come on now. And good for and it's great for the Jets, because the Jets stinking up the joint in New England and then having the coach come out and say, well, it's just the execution. They would have some plays on the field. It was just a little banner in the top right corner as the Jets go on their bye week.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live, or download the Rich Eisen Show app.